the CBS Broadcast Center in Los Angeles, this is CBS2 News at 5 p.m.
The rain came down first and heavy, leaving all of that behind. Several roads closed today because there was just no stopping the mud.
The rain was also relentless in our burn areas where people were concerned that mud could end up inside their homes. This last wave of rain was a super soaker, and that has almost everyone on alert. We have live Storm Watch team coverage on day 4 of the storms.
And we begin with CBS2 Inland Empire reporter Nicole Comstock in a spot where mandatory evacuations are still underway. That would be Lake Elsinore. Nicole?
That's right. We're at Nottingham Way in Lake Elsinore, and during the heaviest part of the rain out here today, an incredible amount of water was coming straight down the center of the road here. And after all that rain subsided, you can see what's left behind here is all this mud in the center of the road, really leading right up to the homes. And this goes down several inches deep to the street here. Lots of rocks and sediment in here. This is exactly what CAL FIRE was worried about. Going to work with shovels and sandbags, homeowners in Lake Elsinore stayed put amid mandatory evacuations to clear a path for this mud and rock to run down the hillsides burned by the holy fire, and hoping it will go around their homes on Nottingham Way. Mud flow also roaring through this canal in the Glen Eden neighborhood. CAL FIRE tells us the heavy rainfall is causing the banks here to erode. And the steady band of rain washing out Bosley Lane in Corona's Horse Thief Canyon neighborhood, where crews used heavy equipment to clear rock and mud from the roadways. Homeowners are keeping a close eye on the massive amount of water raging down their streets.
Well, hopefully it'll get resolved, and maybe the county will step in and do some work, because they have areas like that where the water comes around by the fire hydrant when it really starts flowing. And that can undermine that hydrant, and then that can blow off.
This is the heaviest part of it right now, so we're hoping it tapers off here.
And CAL FIRE says even though the heaviest part of the rain has already moved through the area this evening, those mandatory evacuation orders are still in effect tonight, and you still need to be aware of your surroundings. For now, reporting live in Lake Elsinore, Nicole Comstock, CBS 2 News.
Well, the power is out for more than 2,300 people in North Hollywood and Sun Valley because of this, a tree that knocked down power lines in the Hollywood Hills. DWP crews are working right now to fix the problem.
Oh, this was tough. Take a look at this large boulder. It came down in Malibu off a hillside and hit a woman who was out hiking this morning. The sheriff's department says she is in critical condition after she was struck by that boulder on Rambla Pacifico Street.
In fact, some roads in Malibu are still closed tonight as crews clean up and patrol the area. CBS 2's Jeff Nguyen is there live with more Storm Watch team coverage. Jeff?
Well, off the top, we should tell you that evacuation orders have been lifted in the Woolsey burn area. In the meantime, this is one of the road closures that you mentioned. Now, typically, credentialed reporters are allowed to get past this police checkpoint so that we can inform the public, but we have met this spot where we are not allowed to go because the road ahead is simply too dangerous. Today, heavy equipment moved into Topanga Canyon Boulevard after it was shut down between Grandview Drive and Pacific Coast Highway. The reason? A Caltrans crew had a close call after rocks slid down the hills that have been rain-soaked for days.
It could have been difficult, but it turned out okay for us all.
Tim Bigelow lives in West Malibu's Trancas Canyon, which lost homes during the recent Woolsey fire. The neighborhood is surrounded by exposed hillsides.
We're happy that the neighborhood didn't have more devastation than it did during the fire.
Overnight and into this morning, rocks and mud fell onto Malibu Canyon Road. Drivers like Helena Schubert had to steer around some of the danger on PCH.
Few rocks, few landslides, going on. So a lot of mud, a lot of big puddles.
Schubert works at this feed store that sits next to Topanga Canyon Boulevard. She says business was fine during days of rain until...
Well, today we're feeling it because the road's closed.
Back at Trancas Canyon, homeowners had sandbags in place. On top of that, the Public Works Department came through in recent days to clear out the drainage system before the rain. And as a precaution, Tim Bigelow took time off work to keep an eye on things.
Back to work tomorrow, and life goes back to normal until the next big rain event.
So to recap, Topanga Canyon, Malibu Canyon, and Decker Canyon all closed indefinitely. Right now, geologists have been brought in to figure out when they can reopen. For now, we are live in Malibu. Jeff Nguyen, CBS2 News.
Jeff, thank you. It's not stopping. We now have breaking news out of Echo Park where a mudslide has buried a car.
And hopefully no one was in it. CBS2 Stu Mundell is live overhead in Sky 2. Fill us in, Stu.
Pat, Jeff, take a look at this. That car down there just parked. Nobody's in there, but look at this house. It's also red tagged. Now, this is in the Echo Park area. It's going to be the 100 block of Douglas. Now, this kind of shows you that you don't have to live up in the hills to really worry about mudslides. This is pretty much on the flatlands. This is going to be south of the 101 freeway. Now, this mudslide, apparently part of the weather issues that we've been having, the heavy rains. You can see that structure basically just gave way, all that dirt dumping out from the bottom of this house, crushing that car on Douglas. The house right now red tagged, but nobody has been injured. Live in Sky 2 over the Echo Park area, I'm Stu Mundell. Back to you two in the studio.
Hey, thanks, Stu. Well, check out this video from Ventura. The Ventura River overran its banks this morning and flooded the Ventura Beach RV park. That's on Main Street. The National Weather Service tweeted this video of cars and pickups at the park with water, as you can see, above the wheels. Fortunately, the river has now receded below flood level. Well, the rain is finally letting up this evening.
Yeah, CBS2 meteorologist Evelyn Taft is here. Give us a look at the CBS2 Doppler. Evelyn.
Yep, I sense some excitement in the air, perhaps, right? The rain is great, but a little too much of it, a little too fast isn't good either. So we're kind of trying to get a good balance going on here. And as we get a look at satellite radar, you will see a few showers left over at the moment. As we zoom in right now, you will see a few more showers over the Santa Monica Bay, over the mountains and foothills. You will see a little bit of snow as well as we check in with Wrightwood. A closer look, you will see there's that rain-snow mix indicated by the pink on your screen in Wrightwood. A little bit of a rain-snow mix as well. Big Bear. Right now we're tracking showers from El Monte all the way out to the coast to Santa Monica, Inglewood, looking at a few showers as well. But again, these are just leftover showers. We're going to continue to see them as we move through the night and the overnight hours. We'll let you know what tomorrow looks like. And of course, this weekend, that's all coming up in your extended forecast in just a little bit. But right now, I'll send it back to you guys.
All right, see you in a bit, Ed. Well, this is not rain related, but we do have breaking news from Santa Ana where two people were taken to the hospital after a suspicious package was found at the Central Justice Center courthouse.
Yeah, let's go to CBS2 Stacey Butler to find out what happened there. Stacey?
Jeff and Pat, still a very active scene behind me. Orange County Fire Authority hazmat crews are out there. They're trying to test that substance, figure out what it is in their mobile hazmat lab. You can see DA investigators, sheriff's investigators out there. We're talking about 5 courtrooms on the 3rd floor. This is where family court cases are heard. They're still shut down right now. Want to take you to some video. This all started around 2:30 this afternoon. It happened when a deputy whose normal job it was to go through the mail opened up what police describe as a cardboard box. And when he did, they say that he became sick, like so ill, they say, that he needed to be taken by an ambulance to a local hospital. 3 other employees with the court were also treated. One was also taken by ambulance to a hospital. 2 more were treated at the scene. It's a mystery just what this stuff was and how it got there. This is what spokesperson for the Orange County Fire Authority had to say just a short time ago.
When the package was opened, unfortunately, we did have some people who did fall ill, 1 deputy and 3 civilians. Right now, the deputy has been transported to an area hospital. Another civilian has been transported to an area hospital. We have 2 more that are in the process of being decontaminated before being transported to the hospital. None of their injuries appear to be life-threatening.
And so that's good news. You can see back out here live, it's still a very active scene. Those courtrooms still shut down as they try to figure out just what this mysterious substance that made 4 people ill was. That's the latest from Santa Ana. Jeff and Pat, back to you.
Well, there is a noticeable sign of movement tonight in the efforts to end the LA teacher strike. CBS2's Dave Lopez is live at LA City Hall where both sides finally met again today. And how much did they move, Dave?
Well, we don't know yet. We're just outside the mayor's office. They're in the conference room. We know they are still talking. We know that the head of the union for the teachers and the superintendent of the school district are not there. They met privately with the mayor, and that's all we're being told. One other thing I want to tell you before we get to the package, the school numbers came out today. There were 83,000 students in school today in the Unified School District. That's a drop of 50,000 from yesterday. Percentage-wise, that means only 17% of the students in the LA Unified School District were in class today. On day 4 of this strike, in the rain, the teachers were out in force again.
What do we want? More nurses!
As the rain drenched them, they were well aware that inside a conference room right outside the mayor's office downtown at City Hall, the two sides were talking. Are they hopeful?
Our activity outside the bargaining room is what moves the bargaining forward. If we lag, then bargaining drags, okay? If we are out there with energy and growing, then it is going to move at the bargaining table.
That's why union leaders have called for a massive showing at a protest rally scheduled for downtown sometime tomorrow morning. Last night, in a pouring rainstorm, about 150 marched on the home of school board president Monica Garcia, pounded on her door for 10 minutes, and were told by police to leave. She never answered the door if she was home. The union has made it very clear they do not trust the school board president or Superintendent Austin Butner. In fact, an online petition has been started asking for his resignation. Organizers are close to reaching their goal of 15,000 signatures.
There is a $2 billion budget that we could start using.
On Twitter, school board member Scott Shimerson, a former teacher, addressed the strikers, saying in essence that the district has more money to spend. And he said, quote, "It is Mr. Butner's job to honestly identify sources of funding buried in our existing budget." And in a letter sent to Butner, Juan Flecha, who is the head of the administrators union, suggested the idea of closing some schools because of, quote, dire and unsafe working conditions. Attendance at all schools has fallen dramatically. Yesterday, barely a third of the students in the district showed up for class. So again, those numbers, just 17% of the entire student body of LA Unified showed up for school today. The raw number was just over 83,000 people just down the hallway. As far as we know, we saw some members of the union staff go in there. They did not say anything. In fact, no one's saying a word. The mayor's office would only say that he is monitoring the situation, is very involved, and we will see if the talks will continue tomorrow. As for the teachers, they will rally in front of City Hall tomorrow, 10:30, as day 5 will pick up. Reporting live from City Hall, I'm Dave Lopez, CBS 2 News.
All right, Dave. Well, stay with CBS 2 News and CBSLA.com for any developments on talks to end the LA teacher strike.
All right, now to the Rams. They are going to be leaving for New Orleans Saturday to play in the NFC Championship game.
But first, they're getting in some last-minute practice. CBS 2 Sports Director Jim Hill is live in Thousand Oaks. Jim.
Pat, thank you very much. As you can just see, the Rams are in really good spirits as they wrapped up practice just a short while ago, as they're getting set to go to New Orleans and take on the Saints at the Superdome in New Orleans. That will be in the NFC Championship game. That will be on Sunday. Now, when we think about this game, the wet weather did not stop the team from getting in their work on the grass field rather than in the giant tent that they constructed off of the parking lot here earlier in the week. But the Rams aren't letting the rain serve as a distraction or even as an excuse as they prepare for the biggest game of the year.
I think it's just having been in somewhat, similar experiences and really atmospheres earlier in the year where we had to deal with some of the things that went on in the community, dealing with the fires, and our players just seamlessly adjust and adapt to whatever circumstance we have to deal with. And, we talked about it today. We're not going to allow the weather to be any bit of an excuse, even though it's not exactly like the environment that we'll play in being indoors. But, we're not going to allow it to be a distraction. We know we've got a great opportunity to play against the Saints for a conference championship, and that's solely what our focus is on.
You've been down this road before. What have you told your teammates about the do's and don'ts and what to and what not to look for as you get to this stage of the contest?
The less mistakes is going to win the game. So we just got to be sharp throughout the week, get all the mistakes out the way throughout the week so our communication could be impeccable on Sunday.
Aqib Talib using the word impeccable on Sunday, and that's exactly the way the Rams are going to try and take on the Saints. And, of course, we'll have more from the Rams practice facility here in Thousand Oaks as the Rams and the New Orleans Saints are going at it for the right to go on to Super Bowl 53, which you can see right here on CBS 2. Pat and Jeff, back to you in the studio now.
All right, thank you, Jim. And as Jim said, the AFC Championship is also this weekend, where the Patriots take on the Chiefs. You can see the game live right here on CBS2 Sunday at 3:40 in the afternoon.
Of course, then the winners of both those games, they head to the Super Bowl, which you can see right here on CBS2 Sunday, February 3rd.
Well, we now know who will sing the national anthem at the Super Bowl. Find out who.
Plus, President Trump fights back after Speaker Nancy Pelosi asks to delay the State of the Union speech. We'll tell you what he has now stopped her from doing.
Then how many hamburgers will he have to cut out to save the planet? We'll have details on this new diet plan later in the newscast.
I'm Greg Mills in the Hollywood Hills. They had problems right up there. They had problems right down here, too. As a result, 21 homes evacuated. I've got the latest in a live report next.
And we're getting a look outside right now downtown. Still some rain in our forecast, so we're not letting our guards down yet, but we are expecting some drying in the future. I'll have your full forecast coming up.